Hey, going on? What's going on? What's going on, Broncos country? Yeah, yeah, this is Victory Monday. I got to kind of start doing these a little bit earlier, but had a lot of other stuff to do. But getting this out. Also, this Victory Monday. Now we're going into Victory Monday night. Um, just gonna recap a little bit of things, and I got posted a Q&A up here. Will the Broncos win their last three remaining games? Feel free to participate in the poll um, and act in the comment section. And any questions you have will be gladly answered. Um, right now, let me just pull this up real quick. I still gotta learn how to do that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna recap the game. And then just hit on a couple points. In the first half, in the first half of the game, man, uh, the Broncos, we got off to a slow start. I don't know why they usually get off to a slow start, but that got to change because it's not always going to be a situation, um, where they'll be able to come back like Kansas City, but like the Kansas City game, you know what I mean? If Rush had stayed in the game and didn't get hurt, I think we would have came back and won that game. But nobody, football is 4 quarters. You gotta play all 4 quarters. You know what I mean? Till the whistle blow to give yourself a chance to win the game. You know what I mean? But luckily they pulled it out against Arizona. You know what I mean? That's Cardinals. Their franchise is you know in shambles, kind of. Some like Denver trying to get back. Denver Broncos trying to get their organization, their team back on the right winning track. Because Pat Bowlen ain't happy about this. Even though he's passed a late great Pat Bowlen. What he stood for. He stood for excellence on and off the field, and he put a winning team on a winning team, winning product on the field every Sunday. you know. But this is the Walter Penner Group's first year. They're gonna get it right. Next year we ain't really got to worry about nothing because everything gonna be golden. Everything gonna be golden. But yeah, I mean, woo, uh, Brett Rippon, he got sacked total 7 times. And in fact, let me go hit on this little note. Okay, next gen stats of the game. The Cardinals defense had 5 different defenders finish with at least one QB pressure and one sack versus the Broncos. Wow, that's 5 different defenders with at least one QB pressure and one sack. Right. You know, I can understand that. I could really understand that because, Brett Rippon, he got sacked like 7 times. You know what I mean? JG Watt got to him like what about three? I mean, J.G. Watt got to him about like 3 times. Yeah, he did sack him about 3 times. You know, but the second quarter, the second half, it was came up a lot different. you know, the second half surge like they went into the locker room, whatever message was being explained or being preached in the locker room. They came out and got it done. You know what I mean? This Bronco team has no quit in them. You know what I mean? Even though the season is not what expectations was in the beginning, in the all season, when we did all these acquisitions. But a good thing Randy Gregory was back healthy. He makes a difference on the field. When he's on the field, yeah. You know, he's just Randy Gregory, just one of them type of guys, man. When he's on the field, his presence is felt, whether he get a sack or you know, QB pressure. He goes in there, he messes up the whole. He'll mess up the whole thing. When what I mean, when he's shooting them gaps, it don't become no gaps. You're just gonna have to play football. You got to use your knowledge, play football. Yeah. What I mean, that's the beautiful point, up part of the game. You know what Justin Sims said. He called him a game wrecker. Called Randy Gregory. Call him Randy G. So he's just a game wrecker. And it's good to have at least one of them game records. Because they could change their game at any point in time. At any point in time, they could change. They could change the game. So, but so this is in the second half. Second half surge. The Broncos couldn't get anything they going in the first half between the lack of plays and the Cardinal defense. You know, they got that Cardinals defense that got in the backfield on the consistent basis. In the first half, they was just getting back there. They was just getting back there, able, what I mean, messing Brett ripping up, taking them off the spot. They was doing a little bit of all that, but second half it was just a whole nother total different story. So we just got to keep this momentum up, man. Even though we all know it's going to be a lot of wholesale changes come the off season. So, but they got to play for pride right now. You got to play for pride. You got to put that tape out there. You know what I mean? Because you're auditioning for 31 other teams. Because you might not be back in the orange blue next year. You know, and it was kind of sad that Draymond Jones, he wasn't able to play. They had put him on our Saturday. You know what I mean? He went to go see like two or three some hip specialists, man, and he just wasn't able to go. So he's on uh he's not returning for the rest of the season. It's only 3 games left. You know what I mean? It makes you wonder, has he's a Draymond Jones is going to be a free agent after the season. So I'll be asking myself, was that the last time he played that he was line up in orange and blue? We shall see. And as soon as I find out, I'll be here. I'll let y'all know. But Draymond Jones, I hope he comes back because he's one of them players that be on the D line, man. That affects the quarterback, and he leads the Broncos in sacks this year with 6.5. You know what I mean? 6.5 ain't really much, but he leading the team, man. We Denver, man, this season. We also had the the most players on IR, the most cap money on IR. You know, more than any other team in the NFL this season. So you already know that kind of took a hit. You know what I mean? To the you know how we took a hit. It affected how some of the outcomes in games because they was basically all starters on IR. So um, but so in the second half, Denver got it going. I mean, the run game, man. uh, Run game came back out in the second half, and it's like they really couldn't stop it. Latavius Murray, he had like what he had stats. He had 130 rushing yards on the day. You know what I mean? And 130 rushing yards. He had one TD. Marlon Mack had like what 37, 40 rushing yards. I think Denver had like what 160 some, 170 some rushing yards on the day, and we was converting. a lot of third downs, a lot of first downs. We was converting on third downs, get the first downs, and sometimes we would just keep getting the first down. I mean, it was a good put out. It was a good put out, good show, good showing. And, I mean, Murray, matter of fact, here's the stats: 24 carries, 130 yards, both season highs for the back. Broncos kept calling on Murray as the game wore on. Broncos haven't been great in any area of offense this season, but the run game has especially struggled. Coming into Sunday, Broncos run game ranked 25th. You know what I mean? But behind Murray's performance, Broncos were able to flip the script and finish with a season high 168 rush yards and a win. I mean, that's something. Uh, Murray. He had a big day rushing. He looked dominant for the Broncos on Sunday, particularly in the second half, turning around, putting together his first 100 plus rushing yards game of the season. You know what I mean? Murray was solid in the first two quarters, rushing for 44 yards on 9 carries. You know what I mean? But really turned on the Jets after the break. Starting with after the break, he started with a 35 yarder on the Broncos' first drive of the half. I mean, he was getting chunk plays. You know what I mean? He was getting chunk plays. Now, why? Boy, that boy looked like he was about 22 again. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy because he really looked like he was really 22 again. I mean, he had J.J. Watt had himself a day. It was no stopping him, man. You couldn't. You just can't block J.J. Watt when he's on his game, man. I kind of felt sorry for Rippin. You know what I mean? But he's young. He was tough. He showed resilience. He was tough. He showed Red Ribbon showed resilience, man. I know he had to get hurt, man, but he stood in the pocket. He did what he had to do. J.J. Watt, man, you just couldn't stop him, man. He was coming in at so many different angles, man. It was crazy. And everybody already knows Denver's offensive line ain't that good this year. You know, we ain't really never have a great offensive line. Our offensive line always been kind of average. So and then uh, Margie Sanders recovered that a turnover that led to a quick field goal for the Cardinals for the half. Giving them the lead because they was leading like what 9-3. Then Colt McCoy under center. He but we knocked him out of the game with a concussion. Sorry about that, Colt, but we don't want nobody to get no concussions. But let me find something else on here real quick. Uh, Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Coming. Marlon Mag. Let me see. I mean, Marlon Mack, he did his thing. He did his thing, though. But with all said and done, man, this was just a good game, man. this right here was just a good game for the Broncos. You know, hopefully we can carry it over and get a couple more wins on the seat. Finish out these last 3 games strong. You know, finish out these last 7 games strong. We'll finish 7-10. We'll finish 7-10 on the season. So that's just what I'm hoping for. A good end to the season. That's why I'm hoping for a good end to the season. Um, okay, Marlon Mack scored his first rushing touchdown for the Broncos on Sunday, making him just the second player to score a rushing TD for both the Colts and the Broncos in their career. The other person is Hall of Fame QB Peyton Manning. So what I mean, it's kind of crazy. And then I got these stats right here, but uh, I had some other ones. I guess I'm gonna have to be more equipped when I. Oh, okay, here you go. Right, Marlon Mack. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, okay, it's bringing me right back here. But okay, I did hit on what Marlon Mack did. You know what I mean? This one right here, I'm gonna end this so I'll be more prepared next time. I'm prepared, but I thought I had everything with me that I needed to do. But I'm gonna do like this, my hot salute. Get back to y'all again next time. Probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. All right. And this with a double my hot salute.